sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
Hey y'all, what y'all doing? I'm about to tell y'all about this story time that I said I was going to take to the grave with me. I ain't want to tell nobody about this story time because I ain't like it. I'm about to eat some breakfast. That's what I got. Spinach eggs and ham, honey maple ham, and some coffee. So I just dropped my kids off at school this morning, and then I went into the Wawa, and now I'm home. I was about to go shopping, but now I feel like I'm sick. I got sick that fast. It was only, 35 minutes I was outside, and I got sick that fast. Now I don't even want to go nowhere. So I'm going to do this little story time. That's hot. If I experienced this, so do y'all. Y'all got to experience it too, because y'all was on a date with me too. So me, I'm a workaholic, so I'm always at work. Like, I just like to stay busy. I like to work. So this guy, he will always come in my job all the time and try to talk to me. He will always want to talk to me. He'll bring me flowers. He'll try to buy me coffee because, I like coffee. And I just wasn't, I wasn't that attracted to him. I wasn't attracted to him at all. Like, he wasn't my type. I do have a type. Yes, everybody should have a type. If you don't have a type, then that means you just go for anything. I don't know. But he wasn't my type. I'm not saying he was ugly or anything was wrong with him. Because, you never really... I don't know. I guess everybody got a type. And type changes over the year. I talked to people that I said I wouldn't. So I guess over the years it changed. So he will always come to my job. And he will always try to talk to me. And I just would never talk to him. Like, he was trying to talk to me for, I want to say, at least a year. And I just would never talk to him. Like, I just didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to be bothered with no guys. Because I feel like guys is like, I like being by myself. I like the quiet. I like the peace. I like to have a peace of mind. I like to be by myself. It's days that I just don't want to be bothered. Like, I want to be by myself. Just me and my kids. I want to be by myself. So me and my friend, she was like, why don't you just let him take you out? Why don't you just try? Just let him take you out. Just let him take you out. You always so mean. I said, I'm not mean. So one day, me and my friend that I work with, my coworker, I lost the bet. So the consequences, I'm gonna say consequences because that's what it was. The consequences was I had to go out. I had to go out with the guy that the guy take me out on a date. And I'm like, all right, I lost the bet. I'm gonna do it. So next day he came in. I finally gave him my number. I gave him the number that I really don't use because I didn't want him to have my main number. So I gave him the number. I'm sorry if I keep sniffing. I got a cold. I think I'm getting a cold. But I gave him my number. So he would call me, we finally set a date to go out. So we decided to go to a restaurant. Well, I decided to go to a restaurant because I didn't know if he was crazy. I don't know. I'd rather just be in a public place. You just never know. So we went to the restaurant. So I got there before him. We were supposed to get there at 8 o'clock. I got there like 7:30. Sat at the table just because I wanted to be early. So I was just sitting there like, I hope I don't regret this. He might be a nice guy. I'm going to give him a try. I don't know. That's hot. Still hot. So he get there. And I see him, mind you, he always got gloves on. And he always got a hat on. Like, he always just got his working clothes on, so you don't never really just see his body or anything. So he get there, and he walking up, and I'm like, saying to myself in my head, like, I know this fool ain't got on red nail polish. I know his nails ain't painted red. All right, maybe I'm tripping. Let me just wait till he get a little closer to the table. Maybe I'm tripping because I know my nails red. Why would your nails be red? We both can't be walking around with red nails. Somebody got to be the man, and it ain't going to be me. So he get to the table, and I'm just like, hi. When we speak, you know, he gave me a hug, a little kiss on the cheek. I don't like that. Don't kiss me. I don't know you. But he get to the table, and I guess he realized that I keep looking at his hands. Like, I'm just looking at his hands. And he was like, oh, what you looking at, my red nail polish? I'm like, yeah, like, my nails red and your nails red. Like, what's up with that? Like, he was like, oh, my daughter did it. Anything to make my daughter happy. I'm like, okay. Sorry, my mom texted me. I was trying to read it. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, what did she just paint them this morning or today? He gonna say, no, she painted them last week. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to come off aggressive. But I'm thinking to myself, like, last week. So I'm like, do you like that color? Do you like your nails being painted? And he was like, it's all right. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, yeah, this day finna be over. Like, I mean, I see some men with their nails painted. I don't know if they symbolize something. Excuse me if I don't know, but I don't know. What I know is men polish. Female have their fingernails polished, not men. I mean, I don't know if it's a culture or it's a tradition, but don't bring that over here. And I've said, okay, I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, I'm not going to judge this man. I'm not going to judge this man. He made his daughter happy. I mean, he probably a good dad. Okay, so we sitting there, we talking, we vibing, we getting to know each other. So his phone kept going off. It kept, I guess he had it on vibration. So it just kept vibrating. And I'm just like, won't you? I'm like, go ahead, you can answer your phone. It's not, it's not rude. Maybe it's your daughter. Maybe your daughter called it. Maybe it's an emergency. So he looked at the phone and he said, no, it's my client. I said, your client? What, like you a barber or something? He was like, no, I do home health aid. My client keep calling me. I was like, well, won't you answer it? Maybe it's an emergency. And he was like, no, he in a car. He probably just want to come in. I said, in a car? Why is he in a car? And he was like, he took this job at the last minute. He had to make some extra money. I'm like, okay, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I understand because I work a lot too. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously he's not going to stop calling. Won't you just bring him in here to sit with us? Just bring him in here. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. And I guess he was trying to like warn me, like, no, he kept saying, no, I don't want to bring him in here. But I mean, your phone keep vibrating. Maybe it's emergency. Maybe you want to go check on him and just bring him in here. I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm cool with that. All right. So maybe about 5 minutes after going back and forth, he finally brings the client in. So he coming down, pushing the client, and I'm like, no. Saying to myself, like, what is this? No. So the client ain't got on no clothes. He just got on a diaper. Like, he got on a big diaper. He ain't got on no shirt, no pants, no shoes, no socks, nothing. I'm thinking, like, how did he even get him in a restaurant? Like, the lady must have not been at the front desk because you can't come in a restaurant with no clothes on. Like, you have to have clothes on. So he gets to the table, and I'm trying to, signal him, like, where's his clothes? And he said he doesn't like to wear clothes. I'm like, well, he in a restaurant. I don't think this is the place that he should be if he don't want to put on clothes. So we just sitting there. We ordered our food. And the client kept looking at me. So I'm just like, I feel like I was being rude because I didn't introduce myself. I should have introduced myself. But I guess I was startled by him just having a diaper on. So I introduced myself to him. And mind you, I'm black. My date black. I don't have a problem with color, race. No, I love everybody. But the client is white. So I introduced myself to the client. And he said, I don't even know if I want to say this. I'm going to try to say it without saying it. But he called me the N-word. The N-word. Y'all know the N-word. He called me the N-word. So anybody know me, y'all know I'm goofy. Like, I laugh at every single thing. Like, I don't take nothing serious but my kids. I said that. I laugh at every single thing. The N-word, maybe back then when I was younger, I would have went off. But the word, it don't faze me. That word doesn't faze me. Oh, hold on. Babe. No, I'm recording a video. I'll call you right back. All right. You hear me? All right, bye. Dang, where was I at? I forget so fast. So yeah, I don't take offense to the N-word. Like, whatever. So I'm laughing in the back of my head. I didn't want to laugh out loud because I didn't want him to think that it was okay because it's not okay. So I'm just laughing in the back of my head. I'm like, yeah, all right, okay. So I'm just like, come on. I'm just saying to myself in my head, like, this food gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up, eat. I gotta get this over with. Like, I knew this was a bad idea. So we order our food. He asked the client, did the client want some food? The client declined. He said no. So our food come. We sitting there, we eating, we talking, we laughing. The client just sitting there like, that's what he was doing the whole time. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a disability or he was just, I don't know. But we sitting there eating our food. So the client, he ducked his hands in my date food. He just ducked his hands in his mashed potatoes and started eating it. And I'm just like, I laughed a little bit. And he said, what's so funny? N-word. I'm like, so I'm just still laughing in the back of my head. I'm like, this an old man. He a senior citizen. I respect my elders. What I'm gonna do? He can't beat me. That's an old man. He can't do nothing. So there's no need for me to argue with him. Because I mean, like, at the end of the day, what's the point of arguing with him, right? So I'm just laughing. And my date was like, I thought you said you didn't want no food. I thought you wasn't hungry. He was like, well, I'm hungry. Give me your food. Give me your food. So I guess he gave him his food. So my date ordered some more food. So we just sitting there talking. I'm minding my business. Should we ever mind your business? I'm sitting there. And I'm minding my business. I'm not paying attention. I'm just looking at my food, trying to figure out what's this stuff on my food because I didn't order this. I didn't ask for this. So I'm just looking at it, trying to examine it because if it's pasta sauce, I'm gonna be mad because that's not what I ordered. So I'm sitting there minding my business. Next thing I know, this elderly man threw some mashed potatoes on me. He threw his food at me. He threw some mashed potatoes on me. So I'm wiping the mashed potato that got on my arm. I'm wiping the mashed potatoes off my arm. I was like, excuse me, Mr. Roger. His name was Mr. Roger. I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Rogers, but that wasn't nice, and I'll appreciate if you keep your food on your plate. He was like, shut up, N-word. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm trying not to get mad because it's a senior citizen. What I'm gonna do? Nothing, right? Can't do nothing. He's a senior citizen. So like a couple minutes later go by. And he threw some more food at me. And this time it got on my shirt. So I said to myself, yeah, you know what? This I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you know what? This not gonna work. This not gonna work. Oh, what was that? So I picked up some of my food. I picked up my mashed potatoes and my gravy, and I threw it at him. And it smacked him right in his forehead. It hit him right in his forehead. Yes, I did. Because I asked you the first time and the second time to stop throwing food at me. And it was very disrespectful. Oh, my nose burning. Hold on, y'all. So I threw my food at him. I threw my mashed potatoes at him. And it hit him right in his forehead. Yes, it did. And I started laughing. And you know what he did? He started laughing too. So I guess he wanted to have a food fight. But no, this ain't it. This ain't that. We ain't in high school. We ain't in middle school. We're not about to have no food fight. So I said, well, how did that make you feel? He was like, shut up, you N-word. I'm like, all right, this date about to be over. So I moved over. I moved away from him because I guess he was in the middle. So I moved over a little bit more to get away from him. So me and my date, we just sitting there and we talking. And I started smelling something. I'm just thinking maybe somebody, because we was like by the bathroom a little bit. I'm like, okay, maybe somebody in the bathroom, maybe somebody handling their business, maybe somebody doing something. So next thing, hold on, wait, let me go back. me and him had like a mini food fight. Yeah, we was having like a mini food fight. And I guess my date thought it was funny. I guess that's what he do with him, but I didn't find it funny. And he was also just yelling, like, I don't know. He was just like yelling out stuff. He was just telling like people to shut up, and like people were staring at him. And I'm just like, yeah, this date got to be over. It has to be over. Mm. This maple ham is so good. Spanish age. So me and my date, we vibing, we talking. At this time, the client, I guess he just settled down, and it was white lady. She just kept looking at her. She just, I guess, because he was being loud, so it was a lot of people was looking at her. So she just kept staring and staring and staring. So I guess his client asked her what was she staring at, and she rolled her eyes, and I guess she turned her head back around. So them two exchanged words. The client and the lady, I don't know what the lady said to him because I was on the phone. And I guess he said something back to her. And I'm just like, oh, man, come on. Like, no. So, and mind you, my client, the day had red nails. So I just can't stop looking at his nails. Like, I don't know. Like, we both got red nails. Like I don't know. But I guess I can get past. I don't know. So I just kept smelling something, and I'm thinking somebody in the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe we should move or go to another table because it smelled really bad. Not me thinking like maybe it's the client. I wasn't even thinking it was a client. I thought it was somebody in the bathroom. So the next thing I know, I looks over, the client got poop in his hand. Poop. I guess he, dug in the back of his diaper. He got poop in his hand. And I'm like tapping on my date. I'm like, look, get him. What are you about to do? Oh my God, get him. Boy, why he take that poop and whoosh, hit the lady that he had exchanged words with. He took that poop and whoosh, right in the back of that lady head. I got up, I started screaming. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm just looking around, everybody looking. The lady didn't know what it was at first, so she went like this. And I guess after she smelled it, she got up. She started screaming. She started coming over toward the guy. Then I don't know if that was her husband or her boyfriend, but the guy got up. He came up to me like he wanted to do something. I'm telling him to back up. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Because at the end of the day, like I'm telling you, like back up. Don't step to me. Don't step to me because I'm a whole woman. If you want to step to somebody, you want to step to him or you want to step to him. But don't step to me. Okay? Because I fight men. That's what I say. I fight men. Okay? I will fight anybody. I don't care. I will fight anybody. So don't step to me. Step to him. So he was telling me to shut up and he was yelling at me. So, me, I'm about to reach in my purse because you ain't about to hit me. You finna get a hot one or something. I'm about to hit you with a hot one to the leg or something. You ain't about to hit me. At the end of the day, you a man. And I cannot beat no man. I will fight a man. I'm not saying I can't beat him, but that's a big man. Like, look at me. That's a big man. And I can't beat him. I can just tell. He probably bench press me. So I'm reaching in my bag to grab my thing, and I guess he seen it, so he backed up. Yeah, back up. Yeah, back up. Yeah, all right, back up. But then he is changing words with the client. He trying to fight the old man. That's a handicapped man. He can't walk. What are you gonna do? Fight my date. Like, fight my date. Like, I don't know, but it was just the worst date. Like, that was just the worst date. That's why I don't like going on dates. Men are weird. I mean, I'm not going to say he was weird. It wasn't his fault. I did tell him that he can bring the client in. I did say bring your client in. So, but if he knew his client, say the N-words and, disrespectful, he should have told me that in advance. Like, he should have just, instead of telling me no, he should have told me, like, no, and why he didn't want to bring the client in. But that was a horrible date. And he came to my job the next day, but I ran to the back. So I was running to the back for like a whole week. So one day I couldn't run to the back. because I was on a consultation, so I couldn't run to the back. I had to face him. So, you know, he tried to apologize. I mean, I let him apologize. It wasn't his fault. He was working. He had a nasty old client. He told me that he don't have that client anymore. He dropped the client. But I just, I wasn't attracted to him anyway. So I kind of told him that I don't think, it'd be a good idea that we, try like go on another day or anything. And I guess he understood that. And a week later, he brought me some flowers. I thought that was nice of him. But I blocked his number, and I haven't talked to him since. But that client, he was so rude. Like, I wanted to flip that man out of that chair. Like, I really would. If he would have threw some more food at me, he lucky I didn't get mad, because I would have flipped him out of that chair. I respect my elders. I love the old people. Like, I really love the old people. But I was finna flip him out of that chair, because I don't, no, don't, But that was my story time. Don't forget to tell your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, your side chick, your uncle gay friend, your uncle gay cousin, your uncle boyfriend, the roaches on your wall. Tell everybody, watch this video, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, turn on your post notification, drop a comment in the comment box, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.